Boris, what is it?
Red one again, Hetty, love.
Time we got some help.
Yep.
What about these people?
No, too big.
Here's one.
He sounds competent.
And friendly. There you go. Say bye-bye to Daddy.
Bye-bye, my pumpkin.
Have a nice day.
5 hours of finger painting and sandpits. How could you not have a nice day?
So, what excitement does the day hold for you?
Oh, bit of this, bit of that, you know.
Things will pick up.
I'm not worried.
Try telling that to someone who doesn't know you so well. Bye-bye, Mr. Lawyer Man. Oh, as you're going to have a bit more time on your hands, you can sell some more tickets for the gala night.
I've already shifted half a dozen.
Half a dozen when you've got half of Leatherbridge's Round Table on your books.
No, they're on Riley Lynch's books. I can fit my client list on a beer mat.
OK, have it your way.
Why are you giving up so easily?
Oh, I'm just looking forward to the turn you're going to do.
What?
That's the deal. Either you sell more tickets or you show us your full Monty.
Now, look, be reasonable. I'm just trying to establish my reputation. How will it look if I start trying to tap up my clients?
It'll look like you're a really nice man who's keen to do something for charity. Oh, you better get that. Could be Mrs. Moneybags or Mr. Hedge Fund.
Ronnie Woodson.
No. I distinctly remember saying, welcoming cocktails for 150, not 1,000. We're catering for the great and good of Leatherbridge, not for a wag's night out.
Well, you can never have too many Alabama slammers.
You wouldn't think it was such a cause for levity if you had to sort out everybody else's mess.
I was only trying to help.
Morning.
Oh, and you think laughing at me is helpful?
I wasn't laughing at you, but while we're on the subject, maybe you should remember that this is supposed to be a bit of fun.
To you, maybe. All you have to do is stand there and sing for 3 minutes. I've got to make sure that everyone gets to the right tables, that the vegetarians don't end up with lamb cutlets.
Vivian, it was a joke.
Then I should stick to the singing if I were you, because you're never going to make it as a comedian.
Please, won't you take a seat?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. You sit there, Pat.
Now, I understand from our phone conversation that you have a problem with debts.
Well, yes, we've had another final demand this morning from the bailiffs.
A shame.
They said we have to pay up within 7 days, otherwise they're going to come into our home and take our things.
It's not like we've got much, Mr. Woodson. Well, we're just poor pensioners, see?
Well, are you sure you want to get a solicitor involved in this? 'Cause there are several charities who specialise in debt issues, and they wouldn't charge you anything.
Oh, well, I know, but there's so many of them.
We get confused, see?
But you do understand that if I took your case on, I would have to charge you for my services.
Oh, it's definitely you we want.
Oh, you know, it's just a legal man, that's what I always say.
I don't want to appear indelicate, but how would you pay?
Oh, well, Hetty has some jewels, a few family things.
A ring of my mother's, my nana's pearls. A nice man in the town said that he'd buy them off me.
Well, it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be enough to pay off the debts, but there might be enough to hire you for the day.
A day? It may take a little longer than that.
Does that mean you won't help us? Oh, Boris, what's going to become of us?
First things first, why don't you explain to me exactly what the problem is?
Well, we kept all the paperwork. We really want to see it.
Hold it all in there.
I haven't seen Melody this morning. Don't tell me you've locked her in that box and lost the key.
Actually, there might be a slight change of plan there.
What? Are you going to make her vanish instead?
If only.
Right, Michelle. Have you got a minute? I want to discuss the running order.
What's there to discuss? I'm on first, that's what we agreed.
I'm afraid we're going to have to make some changes.
You what?
I'll just go and get the suppositories.
Is that Vivian?
Yeah.
You told her about the act then?
Well, not exactly. You were supposed to.
Why me? You get on with her.
You agreed, remember?
Am I the only only one who cares if this evening is a success or not.
That's it, we've got to tell us today.
We? You're the one who keeps freaking out in rehearsal.
I'm stuck in a tiny box with you shoving sharp blades into it. What could I possibly be worried about?
Whatever. All right, we can't let this go on any longer.
Agreed.
We've got too many singers and not enough variety acts. I'm going to have to shuffle it round a bit.
Yeah, we'll shuffle someone else.
Impossible.
No, you see, I have to go on first. That's the only way I can cope with my nerves.
Nerves, you?
I'll have you know some of the best actors in the world suffer from stage fright.
Well, you'll just have to suck it all up, won't you? You're going on fourth.
Then it's your fault to have bum all over the front row.
I'm sorry, I've made up my mind.
Well, fine then. Forget it.
What?
I wouldn't want to cause you any more problems, so maybe you're better off without me.
1, 2.
Programme or no programme, the last thing I need is to have to deal with an ego the size of Dudley. If you won't take another slot, I'm sure we'll manage perfectly well without you.
Fine.
Are you waiting for me?
No.
Definitely not.
3. She's all yours.
So, all your debts are from store cards, is that right?
Yeah. See, I told you it was as sharp as a tack.
But what I don't understand is that all the accounts are made out in the name of Timothy Scrimshaw, and according to this, he's 25.
Well, that's our nearest guess.
Well, you don't know how old your own son is.
Oh, he's not our son.
But he is a member of the family.
Sorry, you've lost me.
Would you like to meet Timothy?
Well, can you get him here?
Oh, he's here now.
He is?
Here he is. Timothy, say hello to Mr. Woodson.
Hello, Mr. Woodson. Very pleased to meet you.
Still can't believe you want to do something from last century.
You can't go wrong with a Fab Four.
They'd split up by the time most of our audience were born.
This has got nothing to do with choosing the right song, has it?
What are you talking about?
It's got everything to do with you making sure you look good in front of Carla.
Do you really think I'm that petty?
Frankly, yes.
You're mad.
It's pathetic.
Well, if you feel that way, carry on. You can be billed as the not-so-fab one. Great, I'll do something on my own.
We've always been poor, see.
Boris had to leave work early because of his crumbling back, see?
And Hetty's always been a martyr to her migraines. But we scraped by, you know. We accepted that we could never have any of the things that other people take for granted. Like nice cars.
New clothes, foreign holidays.
So when we went to Dearborn Electricals, we were just window shopping.
No harm in looking, that's what I always say.
No, until this young girl came up and asked us if we wanted to open an account. Well, I knew Hetty had her eye on this ice cream maker.
You can't beat a bowl of raspberry ripple.
So we signed the forms there and then.
It was only later that we realised that we were fooling ourselves.
We can't afford the likes of an ice cream maker.
So we phoned the shop and cancelled everything. Thought no more about it.
No, until this card came through the post. Only it was for our Timothy.
How did they get his name?
Oh, well, you've got to understand, Mr. Woodson, that we've never been blessed with kiddies.
So we've always thought of Timmy as one of the family.
So you signed an application form for him as well?
But what were we supposed to do? Timmy's a Greek spur-thighed. He wouldn't even understand the forms.
OK. But when the card arrived, you must have realised it was a mistake.
Oh, yes, and Boris went straight down to Dearborn's.
Oh, I was going to give him the card back and tell him what's happened. Well, then I saw this ice cream maker again and... Ah, bless her. I just wanted to see Hetty smile again.
So you paid for the goods with Timothy's card?
Chip and pin, didn't take a minute.
That's fraud.
If it's against the law, why do they make it so easy?
What about these other bills?
Oh, well, the ice cream maker was just the start. We'd got a taste for it. We kept on spending, you know, just little things. Treats for the animals from the garden centre and things like that.
Well, it can't be right, can it? These shops, they put temptation in the way of people like us. People who are, well, we're not too bright and we've never had anything.
How are we supposed to resist all these nice new things?
And now they're going to come and take everything away from us.
All right, sweetie, all right. You see, you're our last hope, Mr. Woodson.
Won't you help us? Sorry.
Sorry, mate. You are whistling into the wind. Slugs, aphids, whitefly. How long do you think I'd still be in business if I let things like that go wild in here?
Well, we're not talking about garden pests, are we?
Aren't we? Think you'll find your clients have been eating into my profits, same as an infestation of weevils would.
I understand what you're saying, and so do Mr. and Mrs. Scrimshaw.
Really?
They know what they did was wrong, and believe me, they are suffering for their moment of weakness.
Next, you'll be telling me the snails have feelings, too. There you go, ducks. Plant that somewhere, south-facing, semi-shade, should spread a treat.
Thank you.
All right.
Your parents still alive, Mr. Wilkes?
Dad passed on a few years back. But Mum's still going strong. Not that it's any of your business.
How would you feel if it was your mother who'd become confused and got into trouble? How would you want her treated? Do you want to see the Scrimshaws punished just for being too old and a little foolish?
Oh.
Oh, you look as if you needed that.
Oh, tea can work wonders, but I think I'm going to need a little bit more help this time.
Anything I can do?
Who would have thought organising a charity event would have been so complicated?
Ah, but it's all worth it in the end.
Well, that's what I keep telling myself, but, you know, I've stopped listening.
Vivian, just a person.
What can I do for you?
You need to change the programme.
What?
I'm going solo.
But you're billed as the duetting doctors.
Well, now you're going to get the pure, undiluted Dr. Nick West.
But what if I want Dr. West with a splash of Dr. Fenton?
Sorry, irrevocable artistic differences. Can't be helped.
The caterers have messed up. Michelle has got stage fright, and now this. I'm sure Bob Geldof didn't have this much trouble.
The Scrimshaws understand that what they did was wrong, but believe me, they are suffering for the moment of weakness.
Moment of weakness? They walked out of the shop without paying for goods. That would be theft.
Of course.
But if they take goods on credit that they had no intention of paying for, that's just having a moment of weakness, is it?
I agree they have committed low-level crime, but do you want them punished just for being too old and a little foolish?
This shop's been in my family for generations. Stopping theft is a constant battle. If we let one get away with it, they'll all be trying it on.
This is a grey area of law we're dealing with, isn't it? Who actually owes you the debt? Is it the Scrimshaws or is it their Tortoise?
Well, it's a question we'll be very happy to test in a court of law.
Does it need to go that far? What if I was to draw up a repayment plan?
Been there, tried that. The Scrimshaws have defaulted every time.
Still, I can't believe you want to waste your time and money instructing a solicitor. I mean, what are the outstanding losses here? One ice cream maker worth, what, £50?
And the rest?
Sorry?
37-inch surround sound TV, top-of-the-range DVD recorder. Shall I go on? Tell your clients that I will not be giving in to a moment of weakness. We fully intend to pursue them for every penny they owe us.
But the good news is, I have managed to persuade the majority of creditors to write off the outstanding amounts.
I knew you'd be able to help us.
What do you mean, majority?
Well, Dearborn's won't budge.
Oh, dear.
But I might have had more luck if I didn't have one hand tied behind my back.
We don't know what you mean.
Well, I was led to believe that you'd only bought a few treats for your animals and a couple of low-cost electrical items. I didn't know anything about a state-of-the-art television and a DVD player.
Well, wasn't it mentioned in those letters and things?
No, it wasn't.
That's my fault. Brain like a sieve, that's what I always say.
You owe Dearborn's, well, over £2,500.
Oh.
But it was our wedding anniversary.
Timothy wanted to buy us something nice.
Oh, so is there no hope that Dearborns will come round?
No, they're determined to prosecute.
Oh, Boris, what's going to happen to our family? Who's going to look after the animals if we go to jail?
Oh, no, sure it won't come to that.
They'll split us up. They put you in the men's jail with all the murderers and robbers.
No, I'll be all right, don't worry.
Oh.
Come on, we don't want to bring on one of your bad heads, do we? It's a pity we don't know anybody on the Chronicle, isn't it? Eh? Wouldn't look good on Dearborn's, would it, Mr. Woodson? Hmm? A story about how they're bullying two old-age pensioners and a harmless tortoise.
No. No, it wouldn't.
Come in. Oh, George. I need your magic fingers.
Oh, haven't had those words in a while.
It's for Vivian. Organising this gala is driving her doolally. I thought maybe you could offer her a head massage or something.
Oh, no.
Well, might help her relax.
The only thing that would help that woman relax is a horse tranquilizer.
She's not that bad.
Well, if it was up to her, I wouldn't be offering any complimentary therapies here at all.
Well, now's your chance to prove her wrong.
All right. You know how much I like a challenge.
This is blackmail.
It's a good story, though. I can see it now. Nice big photo, two grim-faced pensioners, and their sad tale of how they were driven to destitution by a cold-hearted local business.
That's neither fair nor accurate, and you know it.
And maybe your customers will see it your way. Personally, I think you're either going to look like heartless bullies or greedy idiots for issuing a store card to someone's tortoise.
Put like that, I don't have a lot of choice, do I?
So you'll sign up to a new repayment plan?
Seems like I have little choice here. You have more faith than I do in us getting our money back. Well, I hope you're pleased with yourself. Helping people get away with fraud.
Or maybe you should put more stringent checks on who you give credit to. I don't suppose I could interest you in some tickets for a charity show. So that's the last one. They've all agreed to write off your debts.
Oh, well, that's a relief. You know, you don't know what it's been like. Won't have to hide under the table every time I hear a knock at the door.
Does that mean we'll have to give everything back?
What? No more telly?
No more tutti frutti?
No one's asking for their goods back.
What? You mean that...
We can keep them?
They're second-hand. There'd be more trouble than it's worth trying to get everything back.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Woodson. How can we ever thank you?
But there is one thing you can do.
Oh, yes?
Name it.
Stay out of trouble.
Hello, lawyer man.
That's Mr. Lawyer Man to you.
Oh, what's got you so pleased with yourself?
I've just won a nice little David and Goliath confrontation.
Well, I hope you're representing David.
Hetty and Boris Scrimshaw, actually a couple of batty old pensioners who now think I'm the cat's pyjamas. In fact, thanks to them, you nearly got to see my mug spread all over the front of the Chronicle.
Oh, that would have been one for the scrapbook. Ronnie Woodson, the pensioners' champion. Publicity like that could have won you some more clients.
No, going to the press was just a bluff. I don't think the Scrimshaws actually wanted their humiliation made public.
Oh, so they didn't go for your idea. That's a shame.
It wasn't my idea, actually.
I thought you said they were batty.
Yes. Yes, I did, didn't I?
Are you all right?
I'll let you know in a minute. It can't be right, can it? These shops put temptation away. People like us, people who've never had anything, said a tearful Mrs. Scrimshaw.
Anybody would think that I was taking you to the dentist for root canal work or something.
I'm really not into this hippy-dippy stuff.
Well, what have you got to lose? If it doesn't work, if it's proved right, then you can tell everybody it's new age nonsense.
Yeah, and if you're wrong, you'll leave here chilled out and stress-free. I mean, it's a win-win for you.
I'll leave you to it.
Do you want to take a seat? I'll be with you in just 1 minute. Ronnie, what is it?
I think I've just discovered that Goliath wasn't necessarily the villain of this piece.
You should have warned me there was going to be all this fuss. I thought it was just going to be, I don't know, a bit of a pummel.
Well, you can't rush a good massage.
I've got a million things to do. I've got invitations to confirm. I still haven't got a photographer. I've got to get 200 party poppers.
Smell this.
Actually, that's rather nice.
Now all you've got to do is relax. Oh, your shoulders are like iron. You need to let yourself go floppy.
I can't feel anything.
Right, well, I think you might be more relaxed if you took your shirt off.
Look who's here, love.
Oh, hello, Mr. Woodson. Just making sure that Timothy's put on enough weight to go beddy buys for the winter. There we are.
Now his work is done.
Oh, dear. I think the cat's out of the bag, Hetty, love.
Well, you certainly had everyone fooled, even me.
Cup of tea? It's just brewed.
We had you down as a bit dotty, but of course we're the idiots for letting you take advantage.
I think there's some custard creams in the biscuit barrel, love.
So how does it work? You keep moving around the country only targeting small independent shops?
Told you it was as sharp as a tack.
And you only ever use small firms of solicitors?
But we found it best to use sole operators. We've only one person to convince then, see?
And nobody catches up with you because you keep changing the name of the Tortoise?
Well, it wouldn't work if we got blacklisted, would it?
No. Tommy, Tina, Timothy. It's not as he knows the difference.
You used me.
Oh, come on, lad, don't take it personally. You did a good job. Quickest yet.
Don't feel too bad. It's not like we're real criminals.
You've been obtaining goods through deception for what looks like years now.
We won't be able to if the shops weren't so greedy.
We never lie on the application forms. We even put Timothy's occupation down as Chelonian.
Chelonian?
From the Greek. Chelone. Or tortoise to you. And there's some who think it's a kind of specialist doctor.
None of this changes the fact that it wouldn't have worked without my compliance.
Oh, yes. The shops always run scared when they know we've got a lawyer on our side.
Well, I'm not on your side anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. We were only saying earlier that this area's got plenty more to offer us before we have to move on. It'd been a nice little earner for you as well.
You can't be serious.
What's to stop us?
Or you think I'm going to stand by and watch you while you try and pull the scam again?
I don't think you've got a choice. Can't spill the beans. We're still covered by client confidentiality.
Not if I suspect there's another crime going to be committed.
Try it, and we'll sue you for professional misconduct.
You won't win.
Who knows? But can you take the risk? Defending yourself might cost a pretty penny.
Are you sure you won't have that cup of tea?
There's no need to be worried. You know, OK, so a few of our lot are being diva-ish. You've still got Jimmy. And then there's the amazing Archie and Melody. Not forgetting our star guest. You know, I think you're panicking over nothing. Vivian?
No need to ask whether that worked then.
What? What's going on?
It's okay, Vivian. I've just popped in to give you some good news. Mayor's party's just confirmed. As long as Ronnie's sold his allocation of tickets, we got a full house.
Oh, that's great.
Goodbye, Mr. Woodson.
Goodbye, Mr. Woodson. Have you changed your mind about that cup of tea?
No. I'm putting you on notice. You've done very well to get away with it for so long, but it stops as of now.
Says who? Have you forgotten something?
Naughty, naughty.
No, I haven't forgotten about the client confidentiality, but there's a problem with your logic.
How so?
Your defence is always that you didn't break the law, that it's Timothy who runs up the debts.
So?
Well, in that case, it's Timothy who's my client. He's the one covered by any confidentiality. So as long as I only tell the police about what you and your wife have been up to, you've got no grounds to sue me.
You're joking.
Is he right, Boris?
I don't know.
I'll be watching the internet. If I see any stories about tortoises or chelonia and store cards, I'll know you've been up to your old tricks again. And believe me, I will go straight to the police.
And last but not least...
Is this a good time for a chat?
In a word, no. But I might have a few minutes later if you help me round up the others. I've got some important news to deliver. Well, go on, chop chop, or they'll all have scooted off home.
Name?
Colin.
Age?
Oh, I don't know. How old are you, sunshine?
She's been in a foul mood all day.
No, you said you'd tell her.
Yeah, I'd rather have you shoot flaming arrows at me.
Yes, well, I can't start until everyone's here.
So what are we going to do? When I'm 64 or Fool on the Hill?
At least the audience will be able to sing along to my choice.
Yeah, if they've got their false teeth in.
Now that you're all here, I wanted to tell you all that the gala night looks like being a sellout. Lots of people have been very generous in their support of our little fundraising effort, and we're not going to let them down, are we? In 3 days' time, 150 guests are going to have the best night they've had for ages. They're going to laugh their socks off, they're going to be astounded by magic acts, and by the end of the evening, they're all going to be dancing in the aisles. Or I'll want to know why not. Is that understood? Good. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you all for coming. It's going to be a night to remember.
You knew that's where we went.
That is where you go.
I'm happy to wait and see if you can squeeze me in. I only need 5 minutes.
I need to know what treatment I'm barred from giving her.
She's just a girl, Ronnie.
You have ulterior motives.
You can invent a torture more cruel than this.
It's me, isn't it?
I would love to get you into trouble.
Coming next on BBC1, a secret virus poses a lethal threat in Murder, She Wrote.